XTools Pro is one of the most popular extensions for ArcGIS Desktop end users. In this video, we will demonstrate a practical example of using the XTools Pro Definition Query Manager tool. Using definition queries with feature layers when it's required to show only a part of features is common and typical in ArcGIS maps. At that, if you have lots of layers with definition queries, working with them, assigning, removing, duplicating layers with different queries can be quite time-consuming. Here is how the XTools Pro Definition Query Manager can help. Let's see how it works. We create a definition query the standard way in ArcMap. Say we need to show only the features within the state of California in the average family site layer. Two issues here. First, looking at the map, you can never say if these are all features, or there are some hidden ones with a definition query. Then, if you need to temporarily switch off the query, you have to remove it and then put back. Addressing these issues, the Toggle Definition Query button always shows if there is a definition query applied for the selected layer, and you can easily switch the query on and off using this button. And there is much more to Definition Query Manager than just that. It actually allows to store and use many queries for one layer, promptly switching between them as needed. Let's see how queries can be created with the Definition Query Manager. We open the Tool dialog and create a new query for the average family site layer to show only those features within the state of Nevada. Besides, queries can be created from selections. For example, we select a few features using the Select by Attributes tool in ArcMap. We can see the selected features on the map. Now we can create a new query from this selection using the Create from Selection command, which is available from the Layer context menu. Results are shown on the map right away. So, we have created 3 definition queries for one layer. We can access and see them all in the Layer context menu. Each query may have its own name and a tooltip showing the query expression. Query names can be changed as required. For that, let's open the Definition Query Manager dialog window. For example, from the Layer context menu, we rename Query 3 to Select 083, Query 2 to Nevada Query, and Query 1 to California Query. Then press OK. Now, we clear selected features on the map to concentrate on the queries. Let's get back to the Layer context menu. Now all queries have meaningful names and we can easily see what features are behind the queries. We can enable the required query simply selecting it from the menu. Disabling all queries is also possible from the same menu, if we select the None menu item. All queries for all map layers can be created in one place, in the Definition Query Manager dialog window, a central place for managing all definition queries in the map. Let's open it once again and create queries for the state of California for different layers. For the city populations layer, we create the California Cities query. For the highways layer, we create the California Highways query. For the counties layer, we create the California Counties query. Now let's examine the basic controls in the Definition Query Manager. There are 3 groups of controls. 1. Controls for switching between layers. 2. New Queries Creation menu. 3. Query Management menu. In order to enable query from the Tool dialog window, select to activate it. It will be shown as active and will be enabled on the map after you press OK. Definition query for the selected layer can be enabled or disabled with the Toggle Definition Query button on the XTools Pro toolbar. Speaking of definition queries for different layers, you may wonder if you can activate queries for a few layers at once. This is possible with XTools Pro as well. Let's see how this can be done with the Definition Query Manager. You can use tags to combine queries into groups, so then you can work with a few grouped queries simultaneously. Let's open the Query Tags panel on the right. We can add the tag California to some of the queries. As we can see, this is shown in the Queries Tag panel right away. Tags also have their own menu. We apply our California tag and close Manager, pressing the OK button. As we can see, queries are enabled for all layers and there are only those features within the state of California shown on the map. Same way, we can disable all queries with the assigned tag. For that, we select the Reset All command from the tag menu in the Definition Query Manager window. We press OK and see that all queries are disabled. When you don't need queries created for the map, you can remove them all at once using the Remove All Queries button placed above the Layers list. We confirm removing of all queries and close the Manager window. We can check the Layer Context menu and see there are no queries for the layer. Therefore, the XTools Pro Definition Query Manager extends ArcMap with the following features. Designating enabled definition query for the selected layer with a button on the toolbar. Enabling and disabling a query for the selected layer using the same button on the toolbar. Turning selections to definition queries. Adding multiple definition queries to one layer and promptly switching between them. Managing all queries for all map layers from one window. Grouping queries with tags and managing groups of queries. XTools Pro is the #1 productivity suite for ArcGIS professionals. Visit our website to learn more and try XTools Pro free for 14 days.